Hey everyone, welcome back to another local business interview. My name is Arena. If you're new here, I am a real estate agent with Next Home Realty Connection, and today I'm going to be interviewing Gateway Breakfast House. I'm super excited. This is actually the second breakfast place in a row, 2 days in a row, that I will be interviewing. Yesterday we talked to King's Omelets, and today we'll be talking to Judy from Gateway Breakfast House. Super excited to learn more about them. Very curious to hear about the story of when President Barack Obama came and dined in here. Really excited to hear about that, and I really hope that you guys enjoy today's interview. Back to another local business interview. Today I'm here with Judy, who is the manager of Gateway Breakfast House. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My first question that I always love to ask is, how would you describe your business and the restaurant for anybody that hasn't been here before?
Well, for this restaurant, I would say it's where family and friends meet to eat. Everybody knows everybody. We know our customers know each other. People have made friends here, you know, sit at the counter, get to know somebody. Next thing you know, they're meeting at the same time, sitting at the counter together the following weekend. People have grown up here. They come in here and say, oh my gosh, I came in here when I was a kid with my grandpa. My mom used to bring me here. My mom's gone, and so it just has memories, and children love it. This is their artwork.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love it.
A lot of them go get their own paper, get their own crayons. They know where it's at. They come up and ask for tape. They want to hang it, and then they come in here and look for it next time they come in.
I love that. So when people come in here, they really feel like they're at home.
They are at home. We pretty much know their children. We know their names, know where they work. If they get ill, we feel it. And then sometimes we don't want to ask with the older couples, where's your wife? Because we're afraid of the answer. Yeah. Because a lot of people have been coming in here. We've been Gateway since 1995.
Wow. Okay.
So they've been coming in here quite some time. And then when they lose somebody, it's really hard. And some of them, they'll wait. They won't come back in for like a year. And then they'll come back in and it's like, where have you been? Well, since my wife died, it's really hard to eat here again. Because it was our place.
Right, brings back all these memories, and it's hard to relive that without that special person.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's home.
Yeah.
I think it's home to a lot of people around here.
I'm finding that that's a common theme in a lot of the small businesses here.
It is.
Everybody knows everybody, and you know, they support each other through hard times and good times. I think that's such a beautiful thing about being a part of a community like that.
Yes. And in Gateway, it's changed a lot, unfortunately, not for the best. But this has always been a community. You know, there used to be the big arch sign, and I'm sure most people that will see this, hopefully, will remember. It used to say, welcome to Gateway. And there was a huge arch over by Fred Meyer's on 102nd.
Wow,
we actually have a photo of it inside the restaurant.
I'll have to look at that because I never knew that.
Yeah, and it used to be Gateway Community. We used to have the Gateway Funorama. We had a parade that went down Halsey.
No way.
It used to be, yeah. It's changed a lot, but yeah.
I wonder why we don't do community events like that anymore.
I don't know. The carnival used to be where Fred Meyer's is now. There used to be a big field back there, and they did a Funorama carnival. They ran it for 2 weeks every year. And then it always started off with a parade that went down Halsey, and all the local businesses would decorate and advertise, and the people that work here would stand out front. You know, we'd throw candy out to the crowd, and the candy store that's down the street, well, it's Bradford's now, they would have stuff in the events, cars, and people throwing it. It was wonderful.
Wow. I had no idea, and I've lived here practically my whole life.
And I have. I moved to Gateway area, Parkrose.
Okay.
I went to Parkrose.
Okay.
And I moved here when I was 6.
I see.
And then my children graduated from Parkrose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I live right near Parkrose.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's amazing. And you mentioned, you know, you have a lot of regulars coming in here. I'm sure you have so many stories from over the years. Do you have any really memorable experiences that you've had with a customer?
Definitely. So we had a couple that came in here for years and years and years, and they actually were not even going out that long when he brought her here for breakfast. And when he decided to ask her to marry him, he did it here.
No way.
Which was just like, you know, for them, very romantic. For me, I was just like, okay, not the most romantic place to do it at. But his mother-in-law, her mom, came in first and said they're going to be coming in. He's going to ask her to marry her. And she was so excited. So I told the entire restaurant. So when he came in, after she was already sitting down, everybody quieted down. Everybody looked over at the table. And then we all knew. The only one that didn't know was her.
Wow.
So everybody as soon as he walked in. So it was completely quiet when he asked her, and then everybody applauded, and it was just awesome.
That's incredible.
And then all the regulars fought over who was going to buy their meal.
Oh,
everybody wanted to buy it.
That's so beautiful. And do you think she was suspicious when
I think maybe she might have been wondering why everybody was quiet, because it's usually pretty loud in here. You noticed that when we were in there earlier, because it's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful. It was wonderful. They took photos, and he got down on a knee and gave her a ring, and then they came in afterward and shared their photos with me of their wedding, and yeah.
That's incredible. That's such a special moment.
It was.
Wow.
It was.
That's probably one of the best stories I've heard so
Especially
far.
in a place like this. I mean, you would expect that in a dinner house. You know, that's common every day, I'm sure, in a fancy restaurant. But here,
But you know, I feel like that adds to the specialness of it.
well, he did say he wanted to share it with us.
Yeah.
He wanted to share this moment with us, with my son, with his staff, with, you know, because he's family.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do they still come in?
Oh, they still come in. They're married.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
they still come in. And I keep asking them, when are we having a baby?
Oh.
We're not in a hurry, apparently, because I've asked.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're not rushing it.
Oh, that's so awesome though that they still come and visit you guys.
They do.
That's wonderful.
They do. And then Bob has actually been featured on Channel 12.
Okay.
He just turned 102 in August. Wow. And he's been coming here, I think, since it's been Turn the Signs, and probably even before that when it was a Chinese restaurant.
102.
102, yeah.
What a life.
Yes.
There's so many amazing people around, and you never would know if you. I feel like as a business owner, it's such a wonderful opportunity to get to know all of these amazing stories.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, even before I started doing these interviews, I really didn't know much about what was going on here, and now I feel so lucky to be able to hear about all these amazing people.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's a nice community. It really is. And we stick together. We get our menus from over there. From Minute Press.
Oh, okay.
We have them do our menus.
Wow, okay.
Because you shop local. You want them to come here to eat. Carol just came over just a few minutes ago and picked up her cheeseburgers. She got really busy, so she's like, it's probably cold, but she got busy. But they do our menus. The gentleman that owns Perfect Cup down the street, if we want a latte, that's where we buy him. He buys his breakfast from us, and we buy our coffee from him. It's just, it's respect. He gets his paperwork done there. And when the pet store was down there, he said even though the pet food's more expensive, he bought it there. Just because it's local.
I love
Keep it within, help each other thrive.
Yeah, support your community.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I, try and meet as many businesses as possible, is because I really do believe that shopping local is one of the biggest, it's so important to do.
It
to
is.
Support your community.
Otherwise, they're going to start going. These businesses aren't going to stay in business, and we have to stick together.
Yeah, that's what I've been afraid of lately too. And I was going to ask, has COVID affected you? Or?
We're very, very, very blessed. We have the best customers ever. And during COVID, when we first closed, I came in here and it was like, we're going to sell to-goes. Our people need to eat.
Yeah.
They're regulars, and most of them don't cook, and a lot of them are older, and this is where they go have their hot breakfast. And we're going to give that to them if they want to get it to go. And in the first 2 days, I was thinking, man, did we make a mistake? And then by the end of the week, no, we did not. They were thrilled, they were happy, they were coming in, and it got to be on the weekends where I actually needed someone to come help me. I couldn't do it by myself because it was that busy with to-goes, thank God. And a lot of the regulars said, Judy, I don't like omelets to go. They don't taste as good, but we want to make sure you are here when this is over. So basically they were buying food from us just to make sure we're still open.
Wow.
So it means so much.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you so much. I mean, literally he said he doesn't like it out of a box. But he's buying it. He's doing it. He wants to make sure we're still here. So now we've got the dividers between the big booths. We put up plexiglass at the counter. So now we can use some of the counter space and then every other spot at the counter so they're away from each other, at least one chair away from each other. And we're still 2 tables down. We're still waiting because that just puts them too close.
I see. Yeah.
So those 2 tables, we still haven't put the third table in the middle of the restaurant that's usually there. And we're not using the one over that's really close to the Obama booth. So
I didn't know you guys called it that. I was going to ask
Definitely.
about that story.
Definitely.
I would love to hear more about that.
Now, I wasn't here. My son was here. My son got to meet him. I missed the whole thing. I was at Timothy Lake. I wasn't here. There was no notice. The owner even missed it.
Wow.
And then one of the servers that had been working here at that time, probably 12 years, it was her day off.
No way.
Yeah. And my son had just started.
Oh my goodness.
So he hadn't even been here that long, and he was here.
Wow.
So yeah, it was pretty amazing.
What year was that?
2012. So he was president, but running again.
Okay, gotcha.
And the gentlemen that were meeting him here were working on his campaign.
I see.
So yeah.
I saw the pictures online, and I mean, everyone was talking about it.
It's amazing.
Remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my son, you know, like my husband said, at that time, you were the safest person in the world. You know, for that time.
That's true.
You know, yeah, they were everywhere, the Secret Service, and
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Well, one of the best stories about that is when you go inside, I'll show you the picture of the young lady on the wall who's sitting at the very first table with her dad.
Okay.
So apparently at her school, these girls had made plans and didn't invite her. And her feelings were, she came home from school just crushed on Monday. And her dad, Tuesday morning, decided that he's going to go ahead and take her to a movie. Just the two of them. Brought her to breakfast first. And Obama walked in and she was right there. I know, it makes me just tingle.
I mean, that's just fate.
I know, he was like, couldn't have, and I never even knew that story until he told me, like, you know, probably 5 years after it happened.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, that's my daughter and I in that picture, and guess how it happened? And then he told me, and he goes, then she got to go back to school and say, well, I hope you guys had a great time at the arcade. I got to meet Obama, right?
That is the best story ever.
Right.
That's amazing.
I know. What are the chances?
Right.
I mean, it was their breakfast place. They came here a lot. It was not uncommon for him to bring her here. It was uncommon for her to bring her here on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, because he let her skip school, brought her. Yeah.
That just goes to show that sometimes things happen for a reason. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's pretty amazing. When he told me that, I almost started crying. It was like, oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the pictures.
Made her worst day the best day, you know?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, switching gears a little bit, I mean, you mentioned that you've been here in this, you know, neighborhood for a long time. Just besides the fact that there's a very strong community here, lots of support. What do you love most about living in Portland, specifically in Parkrose?
Well, I don't love it anymore, unfortunately, and I did love it, and I don't. So my sister lives in Canby and drives out here and said, "Is that a tent on your sidewalk?"
Yeah, I know.
You know, and then they have a needle drop over in 122nd Menlo Park, Gleason. So I really don't love this neighborhood anymore, unfortunately.
It's so heartbreaking.
I love the people and the businesses, but the neighborhood, no, not so much.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
unfortunate.
It's really sad to have seen this shift happen. I mean, I'm only 22. I haven't lived much of life,
Yeah.
but just I remember.
But
what
I'm
it was
sure
like.
you've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so sad because you know, from a person that has lived here for a long time, you still have a lot of love for the nostalgia and the memories
Right.
of where you grew up. But you know, you have to just seeing that shift is really sad.
We used to be the hippie, you know,
Yes.
everybody thought we were all hippie and kicked back and smoked weed and just, you know, that's who Portland is.
Yeah.
You know, and lay back kind of place and walk to one restaurant to another restaurant, which is what we were.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, yeah, hopefully we get it back.
I hope so too. I've been hearing from a lot of people that they feel like we're starting to get on that path to.
And we need people to
almost
stop
rebuilding.
moving.
Yeah, and raising our prices.
Well, you know, no, I mean moving out of here. I mean,
Oh,
stay
okay.
here, change your community, don't move it.
Yes.
Yeah, if you move, what's happened to it? You're letting it go and you're letting someone else change what you loved.
Right.
Stay here, stay strong, and try and rebuild it and change it.
I agree. I've been seeing a lot of people in my church community, and I mean, I can't necessarily blame them because some of them have got kids and, you know, they want to go to a place where they feel better about the schools and everything. But at the same time, I feel like we could make a big difference if we really
If we stay.
banded together and,
Stay.
and yeah.
Stay strong and change,
Yeah.
you know.
I agree. There's a lot of potential for this area to be great again.
Yeah.
So
Change the things you cannot accept things you cannot change,
Yeah.
right? And have the wisdom to know the difference.
right, I like that.
So, you know,
Well, you know, if people want to come visit you, I would love for you to tell everyone sort of what days you're open, what hours you're open.
we're open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 6:30 to 2, and Sunday, 7 to 2. Come visit us. We have the
Awesome.
best bacon, best biscuits and gravy.
Awesome.
And we do.
Yes, oh, I believe it. And the best way to contact you, is that just by phone, or is there a website that people can visit?
They can go to the website if they need to look at a menu, or they can come in and order from inside.
Okay, perfect. And are you guys still doing to-go?
We are, yes, definitely doing to-goes.
Okay, perfect.
And you're welcome to come in and sit down too. We have indoor seating also.
Yes, awesome. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. It was
Well,
such
thank
a
you.
pleasure to
Nice
talk
meeting
to
you.
Nice meeting you too. All right, you guys, make sure to tune in for the next local business interview. But until then, bye.
Bye. Thank you.